There are two things that I love, crafting and a good roast. So I'm putting them together. I do the crafting, you do the roasting. I'll show you how clever I can be, and you show me your cleverness in the comments. This is RoastCraft!
RoastCraft.
Hello! In today's episode of RoastCraft, I'm going to be making a chainmail hacky sack. Alright, let's get this started. Here's a close-up of wrapping it around the dowel. I've taken you can use 2x4s or whatever wood you have handy. Set up one base and two posts. Now, I've taken and drilled a hole big enough for the 5/16 to fit through. And drilled it all the way through. Well, let's start that one over. Now at the other end, I also drilled a hole, but it doesn't go all the way through. It stops. In order to make it work, I had to take a small drill about 2 millimeters and drill a hole through the rod. Now this is what the end of my coil will insert into. I'm going to put the end through the tiny little hole that I drilled into the rod. Let's scoot this over so you can see it. There we go. Gotta untangle this a little. That should be enough. If not, I can always coil more. And there you have a decent circle. Alright, so for the hacky sack design that I have in mind, I needed the two 5/16 circles, but I will need 192 of the smaller circles. So I'm gonna have to cut each one of those individually. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so we've cut the coil up. Now I don't quite have enough, but I'll just grab a few more. I'm gonna do one side up close so I can show you the pattern. So all of these are 1/4 inch, and then I just have the, whoops. Okay, so now that I've taken these 6 extra rings and attached them through one ring on the okay, now go away. Okay, so now I have 2 of these built, one for each end, and they're kind of whirling in opposite directions from each other. So the second to last step is I'm going to start to combine these 2 together. Now I'm going to do this most of the way around before we add the stuffing. And then once we add the stuffing, then I will finish closing this all the way around. But we've formed a nice little pocket, and we just got to close it up a bit more before we put the stuffing in. Okay, so I've gotten it to the point where I have it almost all the way around, but there's just a little bit of an opening right here, and that's where we're gonna put our stuffing. What I have here are like little orange BBs, and they like to go all over the place. You don't want to fill this up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's start that over again. You don't want to completely stuff the hacky sack. You want it to be a little bit loose so you can stall the hacky sack or whatever else you can do for tricks. I think 9's good here. Now that I've stuffed this up just a little bit with some of those orange slingshot ammo, I guess, we will close the rest of this gap and have a finished product. Don't think it quite got that one right. All right. So here is the finished Chainmail Hackysack. Awesome.